want to take me home tonight is quite alright. Yeah, she say, make me dance. I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. I'm in love, is it obvious? I'm just
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Giants.
They were talking mad shit, too.
Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
Talking shit.
And not much happening on the return as they get to...
No, I can't. Yeah. Yeah, he had a strong relationship with Tia. Yeah, fix your team up, man, and let's go. I got shit to do, man. Hey, so you right.
To about the
I
23.
need somebody to start it. I lost my last game. I believe it. I'm talking about your bum. I could have scored about 1 or 2 of that. That's something to do.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Once more with Harvey. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
Yeah, deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Franklin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's Nix. He gets his feet in the hands of Harvey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now it's Nix. And incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Nix to the air. That's taken in by Franklin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the
It's all like damn time for that.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4
All that damn time for that little
Look
coach.
at it and feel pretty good about
Couldn't even get a touchdown.
okay, this should
You
continue
can't
throughout
even
this
get a
ball game.
touchdown.
On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, He only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Okay, we're going to let Scat run in 6. And let Scat run it back. We're going to take one to the house. Watch.
Looking to put a drive together. That's out quickly to Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall, let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Dart. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Here now 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Broncos 10, Giants 0.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
1st and 10.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw now, Dart. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
Giants with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Second and 3.
Right back to Tracy. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Nix. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery haven't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 20. Yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing, dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another Giants first down.
They'll go again with Tracy. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown. yards. And the Giants get a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this way inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Nix. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
1st down, Denver.
On play action, here's Nix. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Hello?
You know today's his birthday, right?
Yes.
Shows how difficult
Okay.
it is to pick up on his own defense.
Okay, bye.
Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
Completed to Howard. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and 12.
Let's go.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And it was caught. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going deep here for Bryant. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before break. Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. He's got his guys a first down.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come through.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 23. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
3rd and 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Dart going to give to Scannable. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And partner, I would guess noticed that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Gano's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. A short throw to Ingram. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Abdul Carter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing his dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Dart. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, 41 yards. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Gano the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Broncos 23. Giants 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And these guys, sir, they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st down, Denver.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
Harvey is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram from a yard out. And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Dart. He connects with Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Giants first down.
Here's Tracy. He's got it to the 43 here. Here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Two, three, four.